Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines? What are you suggesting? Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy! So you hate journalists. That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family. Right. So you're a journalist. And you know what else? To hell with Canada! We are leaving! We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people! Come on, wife! We want privacy! 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 We want privacy!
Hello all. Sorry we're late. Our flight was delayed.
It was Mint, though. Tell them we were in Mint.
They gave you a mint. How lovely. I have some gum in my purse if you'd like.
Oh, we were in Mint. It's like their business class. It's really nice.
Meghan, I'm begging you to stop now.
A simple clip of Meghan Markle twerking sent her image crashing. It brought forth a parody of her in a royal palace, allegedly from a lost South Park episode, and sent PR teams into meltdown. But here's the twist. It wasn't real. Instead, tech sleuths framed it as AI. Meghan suddenly found herself reduced to a meme. But this wasn't just a PR fail. This was a warning shot. A bizarre animation of Meghan Markle surfaced online with her decked out in a crown and bouncing across palace gates, shaking what looked like royal assets. There was no official South Park branding, but the voices and the humor all felt like South Park, and that's exactly why the chaos erupted. Was it a deleted scene or a secret leak? Within an hour, the clip had racked up millions of views, and Meghan's team wasn't laughing. Phones inside Montecito were reportedly glowing red as lawyers scrambled to figure out who made the video and how to shut it down. Their first instinct was to blame the South Park creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker, but in reality, South Park had nothing to do with it. The realization came slowly. This wasn't animation. This was artificial intelligence. And for Meghan, the damage was immediate. At first, Meghan's team assumed it was a leak from South Park, but the deeper they dug, the stranger it got. The file had no studio signature and no digital markers. Just picture renderings of Meghan's face, her voice, and her movements that looked just a little too flawless. Internet sleuths dissected the clip and found sure signs of eye-tiny facial glitches, overcorrected lip syncing, and lighting that matched known presets of a tool from one of the leading AI video generators. The clip wasn't created by South Park at all. Suddenly, Meghan's legal plan fell apart. You can threaten a team, but how do you sue a computer? And worse, satire is still protected under US law. And Meghan has no leverage over AI either.
It has really upset Meghan Markle. You can't sue a cartoon. It's satire. It is what it is.
Every attempt to scrub the video failed. Platforms cited parody and fair use, and the creators were untraceable. But Meghan wasn't ready to laugh it off. Not when a fake video was doing real damage. And behind the scenes, the cracks were starting to show. Meghan's empire was quietly collapsing behind closed doors. The timing of the AI parody couldn't have been worse. Just weeks before, Meghan had launched her long-awaited Netflix show with Love. Meghan, a soft mix of wellness, cooking, and gentle brand placement. But early viewer numbers were underwhelming, and critics slammed the show as more celebrity fluff than something of matter.
My name is Megan Sussex now. Call me Meghan Markle one more time, Mindy Kaling.
It's so funny you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know it's Sussex.
Welcome to my garden. Well, it's not my garden, it's a set actually, but welcome to my set.
Is this a wrinkle I see in my blouse? Who the f ironed this? I told you to iron this shirt 10 times. It looks like you only ironed it 9.
Everyone says they don't have time to make homemade meals, but if you just have 3 nannies, 2 butlers, a housekeeper, a driver, and a full-time personal assistant, you have all the time in the world. Stop making excuses and start moving snacks from one bag to another.
It is elevating the ordinary little things. And who got the Kroger peanut butter? It's not even organic. Hey, lowly cameraman, come over here and try some fried chicken. Try the fried chicken. Try the fried chicken. We need to make it look like I actually care about my camera crew. Come get some fried chicken. Act like you're having fun. Act like you're having fun.
I want my home to feel welcoming. Do you feel welcome? Does my soundstage welcome you? Mindy and I are such great friends, like besties. Like, I love her. Like, she doesn't know my name, but we're best friends.
By the way, I love your Luke.
Sorry, what's that?
You're Luke. You look amazing. You're Luke.
My Luke. My
My look. My
Yes.
look. She likes my look.
The animated twerk clip didn't just overshadow the launch, it gave her whole brand a bad reputation. Sponsorship deals, once lined up for months, were suddenly put on hold. One eco-luxury skincare brand pulled out entirely, claiming it was a reputational risk. Meghan's agents tried to salvage what was left, but she'd become a joke. And streaming, insiders whispered that Netflix wasn't happy either. Their $100 million deal with Harry and Meghan was already under scrutiny after the mid-response to Live to Lead and the Forgotten Polo documentary. Now, execs reportedly began using stricter performance clauses and even floated a rumored divorce clause that would slash payouts if the Sussexes split before their contract ended. Meanwhile, Spotify had already walked away. After just one season of Archetypes, the audio company terminated the deal and publicly called the couple grifters. Meghan's podcast was left in limbo, and her production company was suddenly rushing to replace what was once a $20 million source of income. Her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, didn't bring much better. Trademark filings had legal hits in Europe. Launch dates were delayed, and online buzz flopped. The once power-rising Sussex brand built on optimism, reinvention, and authentic storytelling was starting to look more like a broken facade. The AI clip didn't just mock her. It exposed the image, her empire, and the momentum. And it truly was all far more fragile than anyone ever realized. While Meghan's legal team chased leads and her sponsors quietly distanced themselves from her, the public had made its own decision. For years, Meghan had faced split public opinion on her. To some, she was a brave truth teller exposing the olden shadows of royal life. To others, she was a fake PR machine with a victim complex. But after the AI parody went viral, something shifted. What it brought upon her was a full-blown reverse of any public sympathy. Polls in both the US and UK revealed the damage. In Britain, Meghan's favorability sank to an all-time low at just 20%. That's lower than Prince Andrew, a man entangled in far more disturbing matters than Meghan. Prince Harry didn't come at much better, hovering at a weak 27%. And in the US, Gen Z, the demographic Meghan and Harry had hoped to capture with their Netflix specials and Instagram. Prepared photos began to drop the couple as well. It wasn't just that people were tired of them, it was that people were embarrassed for them. Even Meghan's long-teased Instagram comeback fell flat. Under the new handle at Meghan, she teased a rebranding, new lifestyle content, elegant visuals, and soft handwritten captions in the Montecito sand. The account gained millions of followers within days, but before a single sponsored post could drop, the AI twerk clip struck. Her comments section was immediately overrun with memes, jokes, and hate messages. Sponsors were done. Her cost per 1,000 views for her account reportedly dropped by over 40%, and behind the scenes, agency whispers grew louder. WME, the powerful talent agency that had optimistically signed with Meghan, was now rumored to have quietly downgraded her status with them. For someone who once branded herself as untouchable royalty with a modern edge, the public now saw simply a disconnected celebrity chasing relevance. Every attempt at a comeback, and every polished Instagram story or lifestyle post was instantly torn down by twerk jokes and AI edits. Publicists recommend her to lie low, and advisors floated the idea of a rebrand or a pivot to something like charity, but none of it worked. Meghan's image wasn't just damaged, it had become a liability. Anyone with a little online skill could now create anything with Meghan. Thousands of fake clips emerged overnight featuring her animated doppelganger, making snide comments, selling fake products, and even mocking her own past interviews.
Okay, then you must be in the national system. Oh yeah, is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim.
Yeah, that's totally me.
Okay, I see. And then you added your husband to your friends and family account. You must be the royal prince, millionaire, world traveler, victim.
That's right. What matters is what we have on the inside.
I feel like the focus is starting to shift off of me. Maybe in editing you'll fix it. It's important we do this ourselves, Harry, and not live off your family.
I agree. We'll just have to find a way to make £50 billion on our own.
The Duchess had lost control of her own voice, her face, and her identity. And the internet didn't care if it was real or not. Back in Montecito, panic set. Meghan's much-hyped lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, was supposed to be. Her answer to the launch dates slipped, and EU objections delayed product rollouts. An ad campaign featuring luxury wellness items and a shiny farm-to-table rollout was reportedly shelved after ads were parodied within hours of being leaked. At the same time, Netflix's patience was wearing out. According to insiders, execs grew increasingly nervous about the platform being dragged into another media crisis. Meghan's new show with Love. Meghan was meant to reset the narrative to a soft blend of cooking, positivity, and casual celebrity cameos. But after the AI clip, the series was mocked before it even premiered, and viewers began to tune out. The curiosity was gone, now replaced by tiredness and ridicule. While Meghan's digital identity was being shredded online, another crisis quietly exploded. The Arkewell Foundation, once presented as the couple's noble post-royal mission, slid into financial issues. In just 1 year, donations plummeted by a staggering $11 million, bringing forth whispers that the Sussex name shine had finally worn away. California's Attorney General didn't wait for the PR stunt. A formal notice was issued, freezing the foundation's ability to raise funds. Until overdue paperwork the couple claimed was lost in the mail was located and corrected. The outside viewing was harsh. For a couple who had titled themselves as global humanitarians, failing to maintain legal requirements on their own nonprofit was a reputational nightmare. And even after Arkewell returned to a good standing position, the damage was still there. Meghan's critics wasted no time. They dug into Arkewell's newly released impact report and found that the foundation had brought in $5.30 million, but only $1.3 million went to actual causes. That revelation was a hit to everything they claimed to stand for. It painted a picture not just of inefficiency, but of their clear priorities. Critics accused Meghan and Harry of spending more on press releases and branded content than actual charitable work. Suddenly, the kind speeches, emotional interviews, and staged photo ops looked like something specifically designed to boost their image, not to change the world. And for Meghan, who desperately needed a philanthropic stunt to counteract the AI. Stunt backlash. Arkewell's explosion struck at the worst possible time. Brand partnerships were drying up. And now, Meghan's credibility as a person for goodwill was breaking alongside everything else about her name. While Meghan's team scrambled to salvage anything possible, Prince Harry was about to start something new. According to insiders, the viral clip of his wife didn't just irritate him, it infuriated him. And for Harry, his first instinct was to fight back. He reportedly called for a legal summit. 2 veteran litigators were flown in, and Netflix exec joined via phone call. And Arkewell aides brainstormed various strategies for a counteract. Harry's opening move was to identify the creator, name the animator, and track them down. He even allegedly offered to fly to LA himself, if it meant confronting whoever turned Meghan into a joke. But the realization quickly hit that their culprit wasn't a person, a computer generation, and with no one to sue. Harry then reached for the pen. Royal watchers claim he brought out the old drafts of Spare 2, the explosive sequel to his exposed memoir. Inside contains more on palace grievances, leaks, and reportedly an entire chapter dedicated to the media's obsession with Meghan. Family warned him that another release like that could destroy any chance of reconciliation with the royal family. But the damage was already coming. Just as Harry prepared his revenge, the palace struck first in a subtle and brutal move. Princess Lilibet's profile was erased from the royal family's official website. It was simply gone overnight. Courtiers claimed it was just a part of King Charles's plan to single out the monarchy. But Sussex fans weren't buying it. They saw it as the start of an excommunication, a clear message that the crown no longer recognized Meghan's children as part of the future. Within hours, commentators dissected every motive possible. Critics called it petty. Supporters called it necessary. But one thing was clear. The game was just beginning. Meghan soon found herself cornered. Her legal options were used. Her public image was cracking. And her empire, once built on truth, activism, and sweet optimism, was now on the verge of breakdown. And then, out of nowhere, whispers surfaced that Meghan might testify behind closed doors. Aides confirmed she was considering testifying at the upcoming No Fakes Act hearing, a high-profile push for digital rights aimed at the new AI-generated issues. It could be a calculated rebrand, from internet meme to ethics trailblazer. Meghan Markle in Washington, D.C., fighting to protect artists, public figures, and herself from being digitally exploited. For a moment, it looked like the perfect opportunity, but it came with risk. Political consultants warned that testifying could still backfire. If she appeared too self-serving, too performative, or even too out of touch, it could cement the exact narrative she was trying to break from. Potential sponsors might see it as a final attempt PR stunt. Netflix, meanwhile, was printing renewal terms that made it clear of the high-standing stakes Meghan is up against, according to leaks. Meghan's With Love Meghan series would continue, only if the season 2 numbers took off. Harry's polo docuseries was also quietly shut out. The couple's brands needed unity, but all the new information leaked only suggested separation, and every polished video, heartfelt quote, an attempt at being sincere was met with more noise and more backlash, so now Meghan stands on a thin edge one step away from collapse. What all began with a 33-second AI clip may have just exposed the true fragility of Meghan Markle's empire. From that clip brought collapsed sponsorships, cut-off donations, and a royal bloodline wiped clean. But this isn't just Meghan's battle anymore, and she just might be remembered as the very first royal to be dethroned simply by a viral online clip. So what do you think? Drop your take in the comments, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in this royal saga.